Hello everyone, welcome you all to ITMI TV. I am Shireen Matthew pursuing PG Diploma in Mass Communication. With me is Miss Ankita Negi. She is an highly experienced senior brand marketing evangelist, having over 11 years of extensive expertise in brand advisory, enablement, and governance. She also holds great skills in risk management, strategic marketing, and much more. Currently at KPMG, she provides valuable service and advice to UK sales and marketing functions across their priority solutions. Ms. Ankita Negi is also a certified digital marketing professional from the esteemed IIM Indore, demonstrating a deep understanding of the digital marketing landscape. Hello, ma'am.
Hello.
Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you.
Ma'am, how was your experience interacting with the students of ITMI today?
I feel the young talent has an incredible knowledge, and I really felt very nice interacting with each and every one of them. So it's a great opportunity. Thank you so much for inviting me today here.
Thank you so much, ma'am. Ma'am, I have a few questions that has come along through this session. So my first question will be how do you ensure brand governance and consistency across employee touchpoints?
So I feel it is very important to have a consistent brand guidelines all across. It is extremely important for someone to be a good storyteller. So one thing that I vouch for is whenever you are starting your brand governance journey, either you can go for a push strategy or a pull strategy. Push strategy is where you are pushing your brand, and the pull strategy is, for instance, you've created a portal and you are inviting member firms or inviting people to come to your website and view those specific documents or guidelines. So it is very important for someone to be extremely clear on the kind of strategy they are opting for. It is extremely important to give good training sessions so that we all are aware of the brand guidelines that are rolled out. Training is one part of it. And it is extremely important to keep a check and measure it, maybe through a brand health report, in order to understand how your brand is faring. So all these things I feel is extremely essential and an important part of brand governance. We also it's extremely important to be a good auditor as well, to keep a check on your brand audit, on your compliance audit. So all these things also cater to a part of brand governance.
Right, thank you, ma'am, for that information. What approaches do you use to enhance visual identity and brand presence online? As you said that brand health is governed. So along with it, the visual identity and the online presence.
Yeah, that's a good question. So it's important to develop a good brand persona. It's important to align to your target audience and create a strong messaging
Yes.
that goes well with your campaign. So it is important to have a good brand proposition, a good positioning online as well. You need to nail the game of SEO optimization. You need to
Right.
have an extremely strong brand presence online, because we are in a world of digitization, and we know that it is the future. It is important to be digitally fit. So it's extremely important to hold that online presence.
Right, ma'am.
Yeah.
And you have headed many campaigns. So from that, my another question comes. What were some of the biggest obstacles you faced during the campaign, which was part of ESG, and how did you overcome them?
Right. So ESG is your environmental, social, and governance, and it is extremely important for an organization to understand how your ESG goals are integrated into your business objective. So once you have defined your goals, then you can proceed forward. So there are a couple of challenges, like looping stakeholders earlier in, and defining your ESG metrics as per the business objectives, and also how you are faring in terms of ESG analytics. So these are a couple of challenges that we've encountered in the past. It is important to know what your ESG goals are, and align and take actions accordingly, so that you know where you are heading. For instance, like in 2030 you need to achieve these 5 goals. So that's extremely important.
Okay. And ma'am, in this era of startups where India is heading towards Make in India, so as a brand advisor, what will be your key inputs into developing the fundamentals for a new startup?
So I feel number one thing is define the mission
Okay.
of your startup.
Mhm.
What is the mission about?
Right.
Define the vision. You should be extremely clear cut on the vision that you have,
Mhm.
what you are going to do after 6 months, 1 year, even 5 years down the line.
Right.
So define that project charter, define
Mhm.
that long term and short term goal,
Mhm.
because it is important to like not only define it, but all these goals help you in checking where you are. It is important to be extremely clear on the guidelines that you develop. It is extremely important to be clear on the objectives, on the deadlines, how you are going to meet what,
Mhm.
keeping in mind the competitive analysis, because it is important to understand how we are, where we are standing in the market. So we don't want to sell anything that is already selling in the market
Right.
at maybe a better or a better competitive price.
Hmm.
So research is something that plays an important role there. So I feel that for any startup, it's important to define that trajectory, how you've started, where you want to be
Mhm.
in the next 5 to 10 years, and all these things are backed up with a lot of patience.
Right.
All these, we can't be like quite critical in your initial months or years. You need to have a lot of patience.
Right.
That is why we would see that in today's era there are a lot of startups that are not doing that great in the market,
Mhm.
because of lack of patience, because not having a clear defined goals. We all feel that we need to achieve that particular target in a jiffy, in a short period of time, and this is not if you want to build a big empire works. So it's important to define the goals. It's important to keep a check on where you are, how you are doing, and sustain the market.
So here you go, all the startup buddies with the ways and the loopholes that you should avoid and the ways you should approach with. So it was an insightful conversation with you, ma'am. Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you so much.